Well, if it isn't Brat Girl.
Gotham City is at her weakest. There's blood in the water, and the sharks are circling.
Alright guys, Gotham Knights, in case you didn't get caught up on the news, actually just got itself another delay and now releasing October 21st. This year. Now, I've actually mentioned this one before, but the game will have ray tracing effects on PCs as well, and we've realized this one through a new trailer. Gotham Knights is now releasing across the next generation of consoles and PCs only. It'll feature an all-new story revolving around the Court of Owls and some mysteries that will connect the darkest chapters in the city's history. Check it out.
Your knowledge, your adaptability, you got my back?
Oh, boys!
This biopic is based on a true story. My story. Soon, the world will feel the cold as I do.
I got one last little surprise for you.
In the middle of a desolate hellscape, filled with biomechanical contraptions, part flesh, part machine. An industrial civilization, now lying in decay and ruin.
Coming up behind that, we have the old Scorn, which is currently set for release October 21st this year for PCs and Xbox Series X only, and after being in development for like 12 years, I guess. And also, well, in case you didn't figure out, acting as a Microsoft exclusive. Scorn, for those of you new, is a first-person survival horror game in which what you do have is some sort of a biochemical weapon, and you get to navigate your way through this some sort of labyrinth thing and redeem yourself. Check it out. To accompany the good news, the fine folks also came up with a new trailer.
Scorn has no dialogue, so most of the storytelling comes from the environment. Discovering the ever-present symbiotic relationships and how things are connected equips you with the tools to progress. While there is shooting within the game, Scorn is not a shooter. Every encounter must be carefully considered. A wrong choice could be deadly.
Now, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, on the other hand, has been officially confirmed, and it is now set to release October 28th this year across PCs and both generation of consoles as well, except Switch. The game is obviously the sequel to the 2019 Modern Warfare. Activision, in case you did miss out, released some like a 7-minute gameplay trailer and showed off a new iteration of the free-to-play Battle Royale Warzone and more.
Bravo team offloads here. Alpha team stays on board to land downrange. This is capture or kill.
Ya son más de 10 años metiéndole y todavía sueno como nuevo. Balvin no tiene relevo, me sobra el dinero, el respeto y los huevos. Yo, cada movimiento que hago es luego otro nivel lo elevo. Tú sonaste, me pagaste y no lleva ni la mitad.
We're shifting! Watch the containers!
How the hell did Iran get their hands on this?
It's either Russia or us.
Anywhere I roam.
We need an army.
Well, get us an army.
Free to speak my mind anywhere. And I'll redefine anywhere.
Mexican Special Forces, 141, they are your brothers now.
Where I lay my head is home down.
Nothing ever stays nice. It always turns bad. Things aren't always nice. You can change them. How? The way we always do. We fight.
Next up, by Focus Entertainment from a couple of months ago, we have our first little gameplay showcase of A Plague Tale: Requiem, which is a stealth horror adventure game that's been in the making since its prequel came out in 2019. Requiem, which is now taking place 6 months after the events of the original game, will finally launch October 18 this year and releasing for the next generation of consoles and PCs only.
Beneath the warm sun of 14th century Provence, the de Runes are almost able to enjoy a normal life.
You're great! Yeah!
But for a recurrent dream that Hugo has been having of a mysterious island that calls him.
These look like teeth. It's a two-teeth island. She's like, cheers, love, the cavalry's here. You're one of those heroes, aren't you?
Before me, I see the future. Human. Machine.
You know there's more out there, don't you?
At number 5, we've got Overwatch 2. Actually, this is the first game in the list to release October, if it doesn't get any more delays, however, and supposedly releasing October 4 on Switch, PCs, PlayStation, and Xbox consoles all together. Now, in case you haven't seen it yet, we just got a leak on a new support character. I'm not really sure if it's a good idea to share it here, so just so you know, it's somewhere on YouTube. It's a leak video, and that's just all there is to it.
Nice work, team. Keep it moving.
I cannot wait to push.
Draw. Yippee-ki-yay! Boom, baby!
Check me out. Do something!
Get in there.
They should be able to do on their own. Your safety, as well as Chloe's, could become compromised should we involve ourselves any further.
The Lawrence family comes from a long line of well-known merchants. We always pay our debts.
Square Enix and Tri-Ace, on the other hand, will just release a new trailer on Star Ocean: The Divine Force, introducing some new characters, a reconfirmation that the action RPG is set to release on October 27 this year on the PlayStation 4 and 5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X and S as well. Check it out. The PC version, however, will release a little later.
Right now, we've got company. We are the ones who should be utilizing this power. Take control of her, and all this can change. Besides, our ride will be coming soon.
Which means we have to take what we want.
God, you mean we gotta fight them too?
Must we fight?
This will never change until one or the other is no more!
Curiosity drives us forward, leading us to explore the known and challenge the unknown.
At number 7, we have something called Asterigos, Curse of the Stars. I've mentioned this one before, but it is a third-person action RPG set in a world inspired by Greek mythology, and well, much in the same vein as the old Phoenix Rising game from last year, except it's a little bit more action-oriented and a tad more Souls-like. Here's a trailer. Asterigos is set to be released October 11 and across PCs in both generation of consoles as well, except Switch.
The righteous path is always fraught with danger. The curse of Aphis has proven this, and none of us should repeat the same mistake.
I really didn't have a choice, you know.
We all have choice, Master. We can choose to help those who make others suffer, or we can choose to help those who suffer.
At number 8, by Prime Matter, we just got ourselves a new trailer for The Last Oricro, which is an action RPG adventure, solo and online co-op multiplayer that was announced first last year. The game is now releasing for PCs and Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 only October 13, and this is how it'll eventually look like.
You can't enslave them. You simply own them.
and that's what we do since the dawn of our proud empire.
Bandai Namco also just shared a new trailer for the old Dragon Ball Breakers that has been in the making since probably 2 years ago, and now releasing for basically all consoles, PCs, and even Switch, and due for release October 14 this year. Game's available to pre-order right now. It is an action survival based multiplayer in case you're new to, and this is what it's all about.
As you can see, things got all funky real quick. My name is Travis Touchdown. I'm the last hero around, here to save the world. Here we go.
No More Heroes 3, on the other hand, will now be coming over to the PlayStation and Xbox consoles in addition to PCs October 11 this year, finally. This is just a quick reminder, however, since the game's already out for the Switch. A special edition will also be available for consoles, and to accompany this news and to showcase the new graphics, Exceed Games developers released a new trailer too. Check it out.
Wanna get started?
Screw Crusher Dead Kid!
You are in the eye of the storm, so you cannot escape or just disappear. You can only fight here.
Looks like things are gonna get weird today.
Welcome to Dakar Desert Rally. Strap in and buckle up for a rally race like no other.
IGN just went on and posted a new gameplay trailer on Dakar Desert Rally. Well, more of an overview trailer and the confirmation that the game releases on the same day with Overwatch 4 and across all consoles except Switch. This racing game will now have more than 30 stages of full rally racing from the official 2020, 2021 and the 2022 Dark Rally, an immense open world, dynamic senses and weather, a single player and an online multiplayer. Check it out.
Are proud to partner with ASO to bring you an authentic and epic off-road rally racing game truly befitting the Dakar tradition. A vast open world allows drivers, called pilots in the world of endurance rally racing, to steer off track and traverse different paths to victory in this sprawling desert oasis. Dakar Desert Rally will be the biggest open world racing game ever made, with thousands of square kilometers of expansive and diverse terrain.
Come back to the city and join the deadliest spectacle of this season. I'm gonna tell you a story about a species that survived millennia.
Techland, on the other hand, just came out and said that Dying Light 2's hotly anticipated DLC they've been cooking since last year, going by Bloody Ties, will now have a 6-hour main story. It'll run parallel to the main story and will focus on a specific place outside of the Villador city limits. Yeah, Bloody Ties will be available on all platforms October 13 this year.
Every day you fight for survival, but today you fight for glory.
You saved my life today. I hope I can repay you someday.
War changes a man when virtue is rewarded with suffering.
Coming up behind that we have Lost Eidolons, which is another turn-based tactical game and one with a heavy focus on cinematic narrative as stated by developers. This game set in the time of a dying empire due to some sort of a civil war in which you take on a role of a mercenary and eventually saving it through some class action turn-based stuff. Check it out. Game set to be coming to basically every single platform there is October 13th.
To hell and back, brother.
Please, Cap. Promise me we'll win this war.
There's no escaping it. You and I are fated for this.
To hell with fate! You're not taking one more thing from me!
Is this thing, you know, safe? Sure.
Now, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed, on the other hand, that is a 4 versus 1 co-op multiplayer that's been in development from the same folks behind the Hunting Ground Friday the 13th game, is now releasing for PCs and consoles October 18 this year.
Introducing the new era of WRC. Unveiling the groundbreaking new hybrid Rally 1 cars.
At number 15, we have from earlier May this year, WRC Generations with a new trailer. Yeah, frankly, I don't have anything to talk about here with this one except the trailer that introduces anything you need to know about the game, be it the additions, graphics, and overall value. Game's now releasing October 13, first for consoles and a tad later for PCs as well. Check it out.
Of extra power. Raise peak performances to a whole new level. Get ready to turbocharge your way through
Moving on, we've got Coral Islands. I'm not really sure if I've mentioned this one before, but technically the most successful farming game funded through a Kickstarter campaign to date that pledged something like 20 times over its initial goal or something. Now this is in case you're new to a reimagined farming sim inspired by classics with the aim to modernize and make the experience more inclusive than most farming games. Check it out, this one's coming to PCs and consoles October 11 this year. At 17, well, once again, after months and months of wait, we actually got a new trailer on one of the much-awaited Metroidvania games in the making, going by 9 Years of Shadows, which is probably one of the most colorful and lovely-looking pixel art games in the making right now, and although heavily inspired by classics, actually a pretty unique one. 9 Years of Shadows releases on PCs and Switch on October 10 this year. last but not least, we have us over here a little bit of a hidden object side-scroller going by the name Castle of Secrets. A game, as developers describe, with a deep and mysterious storyline. Beautiful 3D graphics, unique gameplay, and mechanics that will immerse you in a fairy tale of reality and mystery. And how will this fairy tale end? It's your call. Anyway, take a look. The game is releasing October 14 on Steam and for PCs only.
Introduced to me.
I am the cat, Miss Susan. Just a cat.
Oh, what is this place?
Where all the dead go.
I dare ask, what am I to do now, Sir Cat?
Probably